Hey everyone, today I'm with my good client Jayden, where we're going to go deep into how we helped him scale his 7-figure brand, how we did that, how did we approach it, lots and lots of value. So make sure to watch until the end of the video, grab a notepad, and let's dive right in. Jayden, welcome in. I'm excited for this together today. We've been working together for a while. So for the people that don't know you, can you quickly introduce yourself and like a bit about your brand?
Yeah, my name's Jayden, and I've been doing ecom for in total like 5 years and drop shipping for three. And I just now started running brands. I've switched from that drop shipping model to actually running brands. And yeah, I have a women's wellness brand that Chloe's been helping me make creatives for with her agency. And I am very happy how things are going. I think it's been 4 months now or three. How long has it been?
No, it's been like, I think 5 months even.
5 months. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a while and, yeah, things are going great. I'm happy. We're scaling and, I couldn't ask for more. It's great.
I love that. And what challenges were you facing before you joined Boost Ecom Ads with your brand?
So before I was doing everything myself. So I only had the one brand. So if I had to put in a picture, I was making ads myself, media buying, editing myself, like doing all of that. And it was
Okay.
stressful, but we had the money to invest and outsource it. And that's what we did. Ever since then, we've been able to do other projects and it's great. Like our old brand, we now got kicked up and going. And now I got two sources of income, which is awesome because I have more free time now to work on other things. So yeah, if I had to say anything before starting with you guys, I was just really busy, hands on, very hands on.
No, yeah, exactly. So like buying back your time is like the number one thing as a founder. It's like, okay, wherever we can outsource, that's the best. And then you can focus on what you're good at, which was like finding more products, like building more e-com stores. And
Yep.
now we're helping you also with the other brand, which is really exciting to kickstart that off. So that's definitely something I'm really excited about. And what is it exactly that makes, our agency unique? I'm sure like you've tried different people that you've worked with. What has been like that differentiating factor?
Communication is great. I'm there. I love it that you guys respond really quick, and especially the creative strategist Gabor does a great job. If something needs to be edited, if I don't like a video, it's fixed within a day or two. And his delivery time is great. So he has a delivery time right. Tries to get it done like 2 weeks beforehand. That way he has more lead room, I guess I would say, for mistakes and edits. So that way he can deliver everything perfectly at that end date. So things get delivered before they're supposed to. That way they can't be perfect when that actual delivered date is there. So that's what I like a lot.
Amazing communication, speed. I mean, yeah, we love like it goes both ways actually. Like communication, you're so on it, you answer very fast, you hop on calls quick, we align on strategy, and then for me, that's usually the best way to actually approach collaborations and the most successful collaborations when it is both ways. So, yeah, I mean, I love that. And is there any specific time? Because we have worked together for like 5 months already. So, is there any specific time where you felt like, oh, this is like it clicked? Like, okay, the team is going above and beyond in a certain area. Is there a specific time that you would like to talk about?
Yeah, I think when we Gabor, I really just like when Gabor was hired and we had a specific editor because I know you guys were rotating editors for a little bit, and then we found Gabor and the editor, and then these two, they're just doing a great job. And that's when everything clicked because now they both understand the brand really well, and the editor knows the do's and don'ts for the briefs, I believe that's what it's called, that Gabor gives them, and they're just very familiarized. Oh, can't speak with the brand. And yeah, ever since Gabor and we got that one editor, I don't know his name or her name, but ever since they've been working, it's been great.
Yeah. I always say, creative strategy and like creatives as a whole is like a compounding effect, kind of like investing. It's like the first round is like, okay, you're trying to see what's going to work, what's going to stick. The next one should be smarter because you're based on data. And then the third one, the fourth one. And then, after 5 months, it's like, yeah, we know your brand, we know your audiences. audiences. We know what will tick. In fact, I know Gabor has put in like a winning formula for you after like month 2, right? We kind
Mm-hmm.
of like,
Yep.
we took those first 2 months and we're like, okay, let's test out. We were testing, testing, testing. We found that winning pattern and we're like, we put a document, right? Can you tell us a bit more about, like was it like in the first few months and how did it evolve after, let's say 5 months?
Yeah, so the first couple months, I feel like you guys were really trying to get an idea for the brand and what worked, like what you just said. And the good part is even though those first couple months were still a little bit profitable, which is great, wasn't losing money. And then once you guys figured everything out, we started to scale going into like month 3, 4, 5. And now I'm upping budgets a lot more. And the hit rate on creatives are great. A lot of the creatives out of the batches that you guys send are doing very well. They're able to be scaled. And then we even just started running a new product too. And we got a couple campaigns for that product that are doing well that I'm able to scale as well. So yeah, it's pretty great.
I love that. And how did you first hear about Boost Ecom ads?
Kenny,
Kenny,
referral.
yeah, like Charles, yeah, yeah, good common friend. He told you about us. Is there anything in particular that made you decide working with us? Because I'm sure you've been like pitched left and right by different agencies.
I just like results at the end of the day, to be honest. I've worked with an agency before and they were just very slow and like the communication part wasn't the best. And I was just like, I'm getting to the point where, because I'm good at doing it myself. And if the agency is not better than me, then I'm just like, I'm just going to save my money and do it myself. But that was like the first agency. And then you guys are great. So I was like, well, now I can leave this responsibility to you guys and focus on other things because you guys can deliver and do good numbers.
No, absolutely. I love that. Yeah. And in terms of like growth, do you have like specific numbers you would like to share in terms of like, what you've seen that was like, yeah, like this is actually clicking. Like I'm super excited. Let me do like another and like go into different ventures.
Like ad accounts or like revenue, like
Yeah, revenue growth.
yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, each month we keep making more profit now, which is great. So like we were like last month we are doing weeks where it's like 10K profit, and then the next month their weeks are it's like 20K profit.
Yes.
And I mean, I can check now. Let's see. I can actually pull it up right now.
Amazing. So
I
you
was
would say
looking at
it's
it yesterday.
doubling, not just in revenue, but also in profit.
Yeah, I can pull the numbers right now. So yeah, it's great. So these last 30 days, Triple Whale wants to load. Yeah, so these last 30 days, it's been 63,000 profit, which is great. And if we go back to
Let's go.
yeah, the month before that was 33,000. Yeah.
Amazing. So like increase revenue,
Yeah.
but most importantly, increase profitability, which is at the end of the day what we care about. So amazing, like really good trajectory. And do you think what part of it do you think is like responsible for this? Is it like Gabor understanding the brand ins and out, like the compounding effect? What was it, do you think, that finally ticked on both ends for us to like scale to that revenue and profitability?
Yeah, Gabor's testing lots of concepts and angles, and he found things that worked. And then he's just kept on a call with us not too long ago, and he had this cool analogy where it's like a Rubik's, and he's like switching the pieces around and testing new things and new concepts. And I like the fact that you guys, I believe it's 80% of these batches are things that are currently already working good, and then you leave the 20% to testing new things. And I feel like that's a good percentage to keep the ball rolling and not have ad fatigue and stuff like that. And once it's stuck to him, he's just making lots of iterations of things that are working, and then also testing different angles. Like I'm watching some of these videos, and I don't even know how like he thought of some of these angles. And it's like I don't know. It's like to talk more about the angles. I don't want to get my product, but it's just crazy the type of things he comes up with. To be honest,
Creativity, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
obviously, because I know I used to have an ecom myself, I was doing everything myself, and like your focus is quite diluted, so you can't really dive as deep as you would like. So, like, obviously, the creativity around ads are limited. But then someone that's doing it 24/7, and that's like their whole thing is like, how do we come up with new ideas, new angles? Then that's where we start unlocking like these, I guess, new angles, but most importantly, like new audiences so we can scale up your brand. Like, I think that's the secret for being able to reach those new revenue numbers and reach that new profitability.
Yeah, and I know I was just talking about profit a second ago, but the reason why I like to talk about profit is because we have Google Ads, we got Amazon, We got all these different things where we sell on, and Facebook plays a heavy role into feeding traffic into these other platforms as well. So it's all working together. And if I can push more numbers on Facebook with these ads that you guys are making me, this gives more traffic to these other platforms, which
Amazon.
generates more profit.
Yeah. It's all like, Meta is usually 80%, and then we got like 10 a bit here for Google, 10 for Amazon. And what we have realized also internally with other brands is like if Meta goes up, suddenly Amazon add to carts goes up as well, and like Amazon revenue goes up as well, which is really interesting. Means like, people are like watching you on Facebook, they know about you, then they go and buy it on Amazon because they trust that platform, right? So
Yeah.
it's an interesting like way of approaching it. Is Triple Whale helping you like attribute a bit better like the
Yeah, we had to mess around with like some settings and stuff, but we're able to track everything good now, and it was a headache, but we got it all figured out 'cause tracking is crazy, but
yeah.
yeah, it's great.
And actually, I remember part of our journey was like a hurdle, right? Like we got kind of like a DMCA or something that really like caused a
Yeah,
dip.
that
I think it was month 1 or month 2. Like it was really rocky. It
yeah.
was like, oh my God, ads are off. Like, how do we handle this? Can you tell us a bit more about that? Like, how did we help like go from that dip, that huge dip, and then how did we get back up? Because that was a stressful moment, I remember.
Yeah, well, that was when things were really scaling really good because, that was the first time the market saw this product. But the problem that I had with these creatives is I was naming the product something that was already trademarked, which I wasn't aware of. So then I got a DMCA and I had to turn off all those campaigns. So it was very hard because I believe this was right when you guys started working with us, and we had to switch our approach with, new creatives, rename the product. So now we have to create new awareness for the product and that people aren't familiar with. Yeah, it was a huge headache because I was
It
doing
was.
like 6K profit days with naming of the product the way it was named before. New creatives, that campaigns that were budgeted like to spend 2,000 plus a day, and then I had to shut them all off. And yeah, it was very stressful because we weren't making as much money at the time then. And then it was hard to revamp everything back up and get things going again. But we did.
Yeah, it was a stressful time. It was definitely like, okay, we'll put a plan in action. Like, let's make it happen. And how do you feel like we helped you revamp? Like, what was the strategy or the collaboration when, you felt that dip?
Yeah, just well, first things first is you guys were making iterations of the campaigns. We're doing good that I had to turn off, right? So I already got proof of concept. So you guys just replicated those campaigns but named it the new name for the product. So that was really good. And then from there, once we saw some traction, we started testing more. I think the month after that, when we started testing, new ideas, new things, and then we had some angles that stuck and new concepts that stuck with new styles of creatives, and then we just started working from there.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was definitely like a stressful moment that first month. We went down and then we're like, okay, let's put our heads together. Let's figure something out. And we did. So sometimes ecom is ups and downs, it happened. So yeah, it was an interesting journey and then just makes it all stronger. Like, yeah, you believe in the idea. I remember at one point you're like, oh, I just don't want to do this. Remember? We had a call and you're like, oh, this is like tough. And we're like, Jayden, like, let's try this new offer. Let's do this. And then it went back up. So Jayden, what's next for your business and how do you see like Boost Ecom ads helping you with that next venture?
I'm testing more products. So, we got a brand now. This product won't last forever. So, ideally, we want to keep throwing you guys new products so you guys can keep testing. And that way we can have multiple products being scaled. And
Cool, let's do it. And where would you picture yourself, let's say, if you had been gotten in touch with us?
I don't know. I would be still making creatives and not. I would just be working on sculpture. To be honest, like the fact that I've had so much free time to network with people and have more opportunities and stuff, it's giving me a chance to unlock new things in this venture. Maybe I wouldn't be doing Google ads. Maybe I wouldn't be doing Amazon anymore. I would just be still making creatives for Facebook, and that would be my only source of income.
Yeah, yeah. That unlock in time is like precious because then you can put it into more money making ventures and like get more business. And finally, what would you say to someone that's like on the fence or skeptical about working with us?
Give it time. You can't. My mistake is assuming that if you just jump into a creative agency right away, that everything's going to be sunshine and rainbow. Stick with it for a couple months. You know, you got at the end of the day, it's, you're getting new people to join basically your business, and they got to get familiar with the vision, how to sell the product, and everything about that. They're just not going to know everything right away. So give it time, and it'll definitely pay off.
Yeah, yeah, because obviously those first few months was like getting to know your business. It was profitable, but not like nothing too crazy. But
Mhm.
then that compounding effect is like, let's go absolutely crazy once we understood the ins and outs of the brand. Awesome. Any last notes, Jayden? Anything you would like to add about, our collaboration, or for our viewers out there, any like tips on how you were able to scale up?
Just hit you guys up, to be honest. Send Chloe a message if you need to outsource and get your creatives made for you. It's more than just having a creative agency. Like I said, it's free time. You can allow yourself to try other things, and you don't realize how important it is until you have that free time and you start trying other things, because you can rely on somebody who's really good to take care of your creatives, and very important.
Amazing, Jayden. Well, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. I'm so excited. We've been working together for a while. I'm so excited for the future as well to scale this brand and other brands, and hopefully, maybe in a year, do another case study about your other brands.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for your time, and thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you all next week.